We all love 3-ingredient cookies, but I wanted to give some healthier ones a bit of a try today. So I've got 4 3 ingredients or less cookies. We've got naughty and nice, but they're all delicious.
He's got budget meals for families, delicious new recipes. Bring your friends over, let's make it and share. It's Nicko's kitchen where satisfying meals are prepared.
So I've got a helper in the kitchen today, my daughter Imogen. She loves baking, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get her in here. It's the school holidays. I wanted to have her a bit of fun in the kitchen, so she's going to help me out with most of these 3-ingredient cookies, and I think she did a really, really good job. So like I said, we're doing naughty and nice. I'm going to have a couple of healthy options and a couple of not so healthy options that you can choose from, but they are all equally delicious. The first one I'm going to do is this beautiful 3-ingredient flourless, sugar-free cookie that's keto, low-carb, paleo, vegan, gluten-free. It's got everything anyone could want, plus lots of flavor and so easy to do. Perfect for kids' lunchboxes. Very, very simple. Into a bowl, I'm going to be adding in our egg, and then I'm going to be adding in our stevia. Now, you know I love using stevia. I think it gives off a wonderful sweetness without that horrible aftertaste that some of these sweeteners do have. But just tone it down a little bit. You don't want too much in there. It is a hell of a lot sweeter than sugar, let me tell you. And Imogen's just going to mix around the egg and the stevia for me, get it really nice combined, and then she's going to add in some almond butter. Now, if you want to swap around peanut butter, that's fine, but this almond butter just goes so well, and it gives us this beautiful almond cookie flavor. And all this is just 100% ground up almonds. There's nothing in it, there's no nasties in it, there's nothing extra in it, so make sure you look out for that. And just give everything a good mix around, get everything coated. It'll start to come up on you like a cookie dough, and really easy. I'm just going to grab out balls and roll them in my hands and then place them on a baking tray, flatten them out, hit them with a bit of fork action, and what that does is it gives us a nice little display on the top of the cookie as well. I quite like it. If you just want to use a palette knife, just leave them flat as well. It's an old-fashioned thing. I can't help it. My mum did it, my nan did it, I do it, Imogen's doing it. So the next one we're going to get started on has only 2 ingredients, and it is even simpler. It is a banana cookie that is bringing its own sweetness with it, coupled with some coconut. And when you bake them, they've got this amazing yellow color that is just beautiful. So into a bowl, what you want to do is mash up some ripe bananas and make sure they are ripe, because if they're not, you're going to end up with this heavy, dense cookie, and it's not going to work. So make sure you've got ripe bananas. It's a perfect way to get rid of some of those ripe bananas if you've got them around. I know I usually do. So just get rid of them, make them into cookies, make them into some snacks. And next we're just going to add in some shredded coconut. And there's something about coconut and banana that just goes really well. I mean, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, folks. We're just putting flavors that go together and taste good together. And just give everything a good mix around, and then again, you want to shape your cookie, just place it on the baking tray, flatten them down, and there's no sugar, no stevia, there's nothing else, because that banana, because it's so ripe, has developed its own natural sweetness. And when you start to break it down with the fork and mash it, it gets even sweeter. So there's no sugar added to this whatsoever. So there are 2 nice ones. Now we're going to get on to the naughty stuff. Now this next one is amazing. It is perfect for when you've got people coming over and you just want to put something in the oven quickly, and it takes no time at all. So my tip for you would always have some short crust frozen pastry on hand in the freezer, ready to go. So bring it out. It only takes like 10 minutes to thaw. Keep it in a warm place. And inside of it, we're going to put 2 classic flavor combinations again together, sugar and cinnamon. Mix them around, get everything combined really well. The smell is gorgeous. And then on that flat piece of pastry, of that short crust pastry, I'm going to be just sprinkling over that sugar mixture with the cinnamon. Get it to all the edges, get a nice even coating. Don't be scrimpy on it. Don't go, oh, that looks enough, because in the baking process, it's going to dissolve. That sugar's going to start to melt and caramelize. So very simply, just start to roll it up. Just roll it up, roll it up, roll it up until you get to the end. I leave the plastic on the bottom because it does assist me with the pastry not sticking to the board, because pastry, and it's summer here at the minute and it's really, really hot. So pastry can get really, really soggy on you very quickly. So I find that keeping that plastic on the bottom does help after you roll it up, but obviously get rid of it and then just tighten the edges up a little bit, and then just using a really sharp knife, I'm going to cut through and make segments and place them on the same baking tray that we've got our other nice cookies, our healthy ones. Now the great thing about all three of these cookies is they take the same amount of time and the same temperature. So if you want to make all three versions of this like I am and Imogen is, then go for it. So we're going to pop them in there into a preheated oven, 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, and it's going to go in for around 15 to 20 minutes. And what you'll find with the almond cookies is they'll still be a little bit soft, but that's fine because they'll continue to cook once we bring them out. The banana ones are the same, they'll be a little bit soft, they'll still be chewy in the middle, which is really, really important. The same with the almond ones. And then of course those beautiful cinnamon pastry ones. Oh my goodness, they smell amazing. The sugar is just oozing around, and you don't want it overly cooked because then it becomes cakey. We still want a biscuit, a cookie type consistency. Now while they were in the oven, Imogen got started on her other 3-ingredient cookie recipe, and this one's a bit of a cheat, but it's a great one for the kids. So we start off by melting some milk chocolate just in the microwave, just every 30 seconds, give it a stir, back in, 30 seconds, give it a stir until it's nicely mixed around. And then I'm adding in some peppermint essence just to give it that choc mint flavour combo. Again, 2 classic flavours that we're bringing together. If you wanted to add in like a orange essence or something like that as well, chocolate orange, they go great together, then go for it. Mix the peppermint in with that melted chocolate and it will take on that flavour. And then here comes the cheat bit. We're going to get some Oreos and we're going to just scrape out the middle, the icing part, and then we're going to dunk the chocolate Oreo into that peppermint milk chocolate mixture, and then just leave them on a board, drain them off, all the excess will drip off of that chocolate, and then we just place them on a board, and then I just pop them into the fridge to set for about 10 to 15 minutes. So 4 3-ingredients or less cookie recipes for you to try out at home. Enjoy them because they are really fun to do.